How is everybody doing? I know this is an impromptu stream, so let me, first of all, say hello to everybody. I want to say I was a little thing, so hold on. Let me see where I can share this. I'm going to share the Facebook group, so that way you guys know I'm live. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. So how is everybody? I already got one thumbs up. Today we're going to be coloring from Colorit's Mandalas. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be coloring in Colorit's Mandalas, Volume 2. This is a new coloring book. I just got it because I didn't like my old mandala book. My old mandala book didn't have very good paper in it. So we're going to be using these. We're going to be using these lovely markers here. The Les Michel ones. Hi, Essie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Kim. Glad you guys just got the notification. So there's a lot of colors in this. So I picked this picture to color. So who does anybody? I own a lot of different sets of markers. I own this set of markers, Les Michel markers. Cali Arts. This is what's left of my Cali Arts. I've used up a lot of my Cali Art markers. Someone was curious how many markers I own. These are my Dick Blick markers. These are my Dick Studio markers. These are like the markers that I have. If you guys were curious to see how many I actually own sets of markers. These are what's left of my Who Hero markers. Hi, Robin. Hi, everybody. Kim, you wanted to know how many sets I own? Here's some of my Who Hero markers. This is where I store my Copics. If anybody was wondering how many markers I own, this is my Copics. I don't have many Copics. Some of you noticed that these are the refills that I have for my Copics. I put some of my Copics in here. I put most of my Copics in here that I don't own. These are the ones. Now, I started them off with 3 that I got from a sketch box, and then some I bought in packs, and then I'm filling in the rest as I need them individually. And then this is some of what's left of the stuff that I get from the other companies and stuff that I buy. So this would be what's left of my Artify markers, some Touch New left, the Amazon basic ones, the Blick markers, the big markers. So that's, hey, Modernist. Hey, Deb, how are you? So that's what I own in markers. If anybody's curious to know how many sets of markers I own quite a few colors of markers. So I'm sure. So you guys understand that I have quite a few markers. So I've become a bit of a, as Anne likes to call them, as Anne likes to call us, marker maniacs. So this is my new book, Mandalas Volume 2 is what we're coloring out of Dev tonight, and we're going to use these, Dev, tonight. This is an impromptu stream, guys. Ooh. That wasn't supposed to happen. So And we're coloring this picture. We're going to be coloring this mandala. I selected this mandala specifically tonight, so. So, what color should we get? So, what color should we start off with? They're not wobbly. It's just you want a purple. So let's grab out purples, lavender, deep violet, I like pale lilac. And the Lama shoe actually came with a card. They came with this card, which I filled out this card. Guys, some of the colors came out so very light on this paper because they're skin tones. So that's what we did. I'm kind of shocked to see how many of you there are in the room. That's a lot of you in the room. Wow. So I want to apologize to you guys for not streaming this past weekend. I had some issues with my health flaring up, you know, and then I had to work on Friday, which I was not expecting. So I figured, you know what, since I got home a little early, so these are the colors. Pale lavender is our purple. This is like a pinkish. So I think we're going to go with pale lavender. Someone said they wanted a purple color, so I think we're going to go lavender. And I did put a border page behind it, so remember when working with markers, you always want to put behind a blotter page because when you're working with alcohol or even water markers, they will soak through the page. So you want to do that. And these are really nice. They're like I think they're a little better than the Cali Arts, to tell you the truth, as far as color selection goes. So I learned how to turn off the autofocus on this. So someone said they wanted blue as the next color. So this color is pastel blue. And they have two nibs. They have the chisel. And they have the fine point. So I just want you guys to be aware of the fine point. And you can purchase these on Amazon. All 168. And they have a lot of skin tones, which is nice. If you like to color people a lot like me. So. The thing about the Colorette books that I like is that they're really good for markers. The markers go on really smooth on this paper. I know because I actually did something with them, Dev, the other day, and you might have seen the picture on Facebook. If you saw that picture, I want to show you guys something I did with them. Hold on. I need to get the book. That is where my discs are. That was not meant to happen. I did this picture. I happened to do this picture with them, Dev. With Christine Cairns. I did this picture. A lot of you may have seen that. This is Fairies 2 by Christine Cairn, and this is a grayscale book. I did that with the Lama Shah book. So this was all the shading was already done. I just had to add the color. So this is one of my favorite pictures that I ever did. And this is from Fairies 2 by Christine Karen, which you can purchase this book on Amazon, or you can purchase it on Etsy. But if you purchase, no, I didn't use pencil on top at all, Dev. I actually just used marker. Yep, it is. This is the grayscale one. Yep. So I just used the marker. I didn't use any pencil whatsoever, Dev. I just used, but I did put a blonde undertone on the hair. I did put the yellow undertone on the hair and then put the brown on top. So I could get some. That was the only thing I did with the hair. My mother liked that picture so much that she posted it. Mm-hmm. So what color next, guys? So I didn't use any pencil whatsoever. Red, pink, orange, green, yellow. These are really great. No. This is what happens when you have the camera. Not what you want. No. There we go. You'll see my sketchbook, the magazine here. Some supplies there. So what color next, guys? Pink and green. Okay, we'll do a pink and green. We'll do vivid. And then we'll do vivid green. Vivid pink and vivid green are the next colors. So the next color will be vivid pink, which is number 6. You guys wanted pinks. For grayscale, I like using markers for grayscale, Dev, more than I like using pencils for grayscale. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, when I use markers with grayscale, they come out better. The exception to this rule is, though, it's the only exception to the rule is I think that I have a problem with using markers is in the Ticket to Dream book. You can use markers, but it bleeds through that paper onto the other side. So I started using pencils in that book. So that's my learning how to do grayscale with pencils book. So understand like this. Yes, it is single-sided, Kim. It is about $20 on Amazon or on the Color It website. The paper is really good quality for markers. It does bleed through, so I would recommend that if you are using markers with this book, that you get a blotter page. This book did not come with one. Normally, the Color It books do come with one, but sometimes they don't. So this book did not come with a blotter, which I was disappointed in. So I went back and got another blotter page. So that's your vivid pink. Hello, Morticia. Hello, Donna. So I'm just putting in the colors that we use over here. Anything that we don't use will go over here. This is green. This is number 46. It is vivid green. Someone wanted green. I like the way that these feel in my hand, Dev. Hello, Selena. So So my supplement did come today, so I'm very happy that came. I'm really happy. So that means I'll be in less pain now. These are nice and smooth, and they work really well with they work really well in the Christine Karen book, which I was really happy that they did that. They even worked well in my fantasy realm. Some of you saw another picture I did in another grayscale book, but the paper isn't as good quality as the Christine Karen. I will say that the Christine Karen paper is really good too. You can purchase these on Amazon. Someone said that they also sell them on a place called Marker Pop, and that the prices on the store was called something like Marker World, Marker Pop, something like that. That sells all kinds of markers. I haven't been to the website yet to be on Marker Pop, but apparently that they claim that they have the best prices for markers. So I'd have to actually go to that store and see if that's true. I'll be praying for you, Morticia. You know, a mammogram is a scary thing. You know, let's keep Morticia in our prayers for tomorrow, guys. You know, she's... Oh. Okay, what color next, guys? Thinking an orange. Thinking an orange for whatever reason. Thinking an orange. Don't have many oranges in this, for whatever reason. Yellow. We can do yellow. We can do yellow. Yellow. So I've been, I actually subscribed to a new subscription service, DC Universe, just so I could watch Titans. But then I found out that they're going to be doing Doom Patrol in February. Then they're doing also a Swamp Thing series. And then I heard they're also doing a Stargirl / Justice League of America type series later on in the year. Oh, I didn't realize that, Morticia. So, there's our yellow. Thinking an orange. And this one is French Vermilion. I don't know if I have Chartreuse. I could look up what color that is in the series. I'm sure I have a Chartreuse somewhere, but I would have to take out all the greens to find that color. I'm sure I saw it too. It's one of those weird colors that you don't always see in sets. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. What is this doing in there? That's a Copic. That should be in the other set. Looking for the Chartreuse. I don't see it. I don't see a Chartreuse. I could have sworn I had that color in here. There's so many greens, you know? I think we're going to go with an orange, though. French Vermilion. Well, this came in this box, and I'm keeping this because it's just a really good way to keep everything. So what have you guys been watching? I did watch some, I watched the first 8 episodes of Titans. I really must say I like the grittiness of it. I like the take on it, that it's very different from the original comic, but it still captures the essence of what the original comic is. And I thought some of it was hilarious. There's a, not to spoil anything, but there's a scene where one of the characters is watching old episodes of Game of Thrones. And he goes and says, really, should you be watching this? To the 16-year-old character. So it has some wonderful, wonderful characters in it, and I really like that. Now they brought in Donna Troy into the show, but she doesn't come into like episode 6 or 7. So really good show. Then we got yellow, nice orange in there. I think the closest thing I have to Chartreuse is yellow-green, which is interesting that they don't have a color called Chartreuse, but I think there's something very similar to it. And I think that's yellowish green. If you want a red, we can do a red. Draw out, guys, if you want to see other colors, draw out ideas and suggestions like Kim is. If you want to see another color in there. The thing about colored books is that they have a lot of content in their books. And some people don't like the pricing, but for me, I think the pricing is really relatively comparatively good compared to some of the other prices that you see for some of the books out there. Now, some of you know I don't color a whole lot of Mandals, but lately I've been into doing more pattern stuff. Kim, I have a very big mouth too, so don't worry about having a mouth. I think those of us who have bigger mouths tend to it gets misinterpreted sometimes, our big mouths. You wanted red, but I have several reds here. So. I think coral red would be nice. The paper really is very good. It's very nice. It's very thick. It works well with pencils, but it doesn't work well with all pencils. Like my Soho pencils do not like this paper at all. I like people who have big mouths because then we get our voices heard and we're not afraid to speak our mind. This is coral red. As some of you know, I have a lot of markers, so you know, it's kind of funny because I like all my markers. A lot of you are asking me, oh, like I just wanted a break from coloring people. And so I decided that I was gonna do this with the markers today to show you how nice these real markers are. You know, I didn't get my last one. I didn't get my dragon one. I'm about a month behind where all those people are. I'm not sure what happened or if my subscription was delayed because I didn't get the dragon one. I haven't gotten my timeless beauty one. Oh, that's nice. You know, some people say, well, you should be honest with them. You shouldn't lie to people. Well, here's the thing. Some people cannot take honest criticism. And you have to be very blunt with people. And, you know, it's like some people don't get what you're trying to tell them. Like sometimes, you know, people come up and have very different philosophies than you, especially when you're trying to compete for trophies. Or, you know, I used to be in a bowling league, and you know, one year I got stuck with this person who didn't understand anything we were trying to do because the rest of us on the team would practice. This person did not practice, didn't care, didn't want to help us at all. And I was like, you want us to do all the work and you don't do anything. And I got in trouble from the league administrator saying that I was being mean and hurtful to this person. And that wasn't the truth. The truth was that I was being very honest with this person, that I wanted to, you know, I want to do my best, but you know, as a team, you're supposed to work together. And when 75% of the team is working together, that's very frustrating to you. You know, you can't win if one person isn't doing their job in a team of four. So sometimes I like working with not quartets, but sometimes I like being part of a trio instead of a quartet because trios work better for me. What trios are is a 3-person team rather than a 4-person team. And it's sometimes a better fit for people. You know what I mean? Plus, people have different philosophies and they want different things when you're in team sports. You can't always win. You know how they say there's no I in team? Well, some people have very different beliefs in that. So what is everybody coloring, or have you been back to work? It's very tough, Kim, in that kind of environment. When you're in a bowling league, you want to do the best you can, but you also are trying to get a trophy. Oh, that's nice, Deb. You really like that Green Lantern book. I think my highest average ever was a 152, but or you know what? Which Julia Rivers book? What I would do if you want to use marker in any of her books, Candy, is I would scan the picture into my computer and then print it onto PDF paper. You can use markers into Julia Rivers' book. Only thing, if you're going to do that, you need to put a blotted page behind those pictures if you're going to use markers. I think I saw someone recently do a Julia River picture with marker. So, remember, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me. I know Anne had a video on markers today. Serene Village, that's a nice book. So, what color next? I'm thinking a nice blue. And nobody's going to tell you this as a hack, but if you find a color in your marker set that's very similar to a Copic marker color, what you can do is take out your budget-friendly markers, and when you're done, when they're out of ink, you can put in Copic in your budget-friendly markers. But only do that if you know the colors match. I am almost done writing up a review for Spectral City. I think I have one more. This is too light of a blue. No, that was too. Ooh, I pulled up the wrong color. Picked the wrong blue. So I think we're doing Aquamint. When I started, I was a 40 average, Kim. And this was like my first league ever that I did that. So I had to learn everything as I went along. But, I came up from a thought process that you work your ass off because you're not good, so you have to play differently. Yes, we can blame Dev for enabling them, but Dev actually sent May those beautiful Pro Brush markers. Those are beautiful markers, Dev. Really, those are stunning markers. Yeah, I know. I saw the May's video. Those are they have really nice colors in those, Dev. Those are really nice. At some point, I got to figure out when I'm going to use these pens. Let me show you guys these pens, because I don't think I've shown you guys these pens yet in a video. But at some point, I know I'm going to have to use these, but I don't know what I'm going to use them in yet. These are called Aqua pens. These were gifts to me from my brother. I got to figure out what I'm going to use them in and what book and how I'm going to use them. Or I might print something from one of my PDF books and use the paper. So just a reminder, guys, that I have those. I have to do a review of those at some point, but I don't know what book yet to do those. So maybe a Linda Ravencroft book at some point, because the Linda Ravencroft books are just fantastic. Have fantastic paper to work with. Hi, Lynn. Hello, everybody joining us in chat. This color is Aquamint. Hello to anybody joining us in chat that I have not said hello to. Those are pretty. I like this blue. And I think there's a color in the Copic markers that is similar to this color. Color's nice. So I'm not sure what I'm going to read next because I finished Spectral City, but now I'm like thinking, what can I possibly read after reading a Gaslight fantasy book? It has some elements of YA. Well, really not YA because the character's 19, so she falls out of that. So therefore, it would be an NA, new adult. Yeah, NA is classified as what new adult is classified. This is the way they categorize young adult, 12 to 18, put in situations that they wouldn't normally be put in, but it has a young adult feel because of the age of the character. New adult, 16 to 25, put in adult situations before they're ready. So that's what new adult is classified as. So I just got to finish writing up the review for my book blog, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to read next. This is Aquamint. So I turned off the autofocus, and I think it's a lot better, guys. The camera seems to not be blurring in and out like it normally does, so that's good. See, I really like the fact that we get the webcam now, so I can spend a little bit longer with you guys on the web rather than... Some people would say that mandalas are easy to color, but I don't know about that because I think they're just as hard as anything else to color. So what color next, guys? Let's see what color next. Thinking purple because that's the way we should do it. Thinking purple on the outside. And this color is Deep Violet 81. See, everybody has a different opinion about mandalas. It's like lately I find myself going back to them or patterns because, don't get me wrong, I love coloring people, I love coloring faces and things like that, but sometimes you need to take a break because you color so many people and then you're like, I don't want to color anything. I need something else to color. Oh, that's good. See, these little things here, those are hard to color. Now, Anne would say the sign of a juicy marker is if it bleeds through the page. So You can't see this, but hold on. I'm just going to turn it over so you guys can see that. You see, it went through. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Now, what color should we do the thing? I'm thinking pink. Okay. Pastel violet. Peach. I don't believe I have peach. Maybe I have it in a different color. A blush pale cream. Pastel peach, which is really light. Blush. Looking for the peach. Some colors are not called that. Pearl white. Pale cherry pink. Medium pink. Fruit pink. I have a peach. It's called something else though. How about vivid reddish purple? Vivid reddish purple. Oof. Some pictures, you know, they can take a while to do, Dev. You know, look at my picture from the night voyage. That took a long time to do. You know, and I started that a few months ago, and then I had to stop it because I had a few months. And then, you know, whenever we were done with the stream, we would continue coloring it. And I think it took about 15 to 16 streams, maybe, because we sometimes combined it with other streams. So some pictures take you longer than you can even imagine them doing. See, I don't have mythographic, nor do I, don't get me wrong, I don't mind coloring animals, but I don't think I would want another book of animals. I do want the other book that he has, which is like the fantasy book that he's coming out with, the next one. The guy who did mythographic, because I saw some sketches of what he's going to do in the next book, and I like what he's going to do in the second book more than the first one. What is archival black? I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with archival black. Dev, you have to explain what that is to me because I don't know that medium. I've not heard of that medium. You know, if I don't know that medium, it's only because I probably don't use it or I haven't heard of it. Now, I know some people like using chameleons, but I've not used them, so I can't comment on what I don't, because I don't know that particular style of market. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dev. Archival black is the pens that water doesn't budge. It will never smudge or run. Does it dry quickly? And you know what's funny is the card place by where I work. I started selling Jelly Roll pens, the Sakura ones. They also started selling the micron pens at the craft store, so they've started to include a few things for the art supplies. And I am expecting 3 more books to come, so they're all Etsy books. So they just haven't gotten here yet. So when they get here, you know, you guys will see them. I think we're going to do green to finish it off. I'm looking for my green. We're going to do mint green. Sometimes they want to give us problems, the caps. I don't know, have that series. I don't know that series, Miss Robin. I don't think I've read a Catherine Coulter book. Not in a really long time. I had seen that she had posted that video. I just didn't get a chance to watch it. So, Susie. I didn't get a chance to watch the video. I did see that she did post that. So. Also, guys, you might want to check out a smaller YouTuber. Her name is AUSMALIDNN. She does a lot of flip throughs on her channel, but she does books that I have never even seen on the channel before. So that is the end of the thing. But if you guys, I think I want to test something out here. It's a different medium. But, so that is, those are the Les Machine markers on it. But I want to do something real quick to do a little test on something. Now, I know this is not water paper, so. But I want to show you guys another book that I got recently. It is a grayscale coloring book. But this one is called Bloomin' Woman. Dev would know this. This is a grayscale one. It is 48 grayscale coloring pages. It is by Kimberly Hawthorne. The color was covered by Sandy Kiel. So I want you guys to take a look at it because Kimberly Hawthorne is a really nice person who does these, takes photos of them and then turns them into grayscale. So here's some of the nice images that you get on the book. A little whip. So I want you guys to see some of the stuff that's in this book. Those are some of the pictures. Thank you, Whip. Those books are really nice, and they're $20, but you get a lot of bang for your buck in the color it books. You know, some people don't like that they increase their prices, but the way I look at that is, you know what, they have to pay for products. Oh, Kim, you don't think I'm a dangerous enabler? Some people have said that I'm the worst enabler because I show books that. This is a really pretty book. It's different. I'm showing you a flip through of this. I really like this picture. You could do a lot with this picture. Dude, this one is nice. I know I've found quite a lot of books because of that I wouldn't have found otherwise. This book that I'm showing is called Bloom and Woman. So it's girls with flowers in their hair and their grayscale. So the paper is thin, and if you're going to use markers, put a blotter page for it. To it. That is a really pretty one. The one that I'm showing right now, Robin? This is a book, if you really like, if you're like me and you love portrait imagery and things like that, I think you guys really would like this book. I saw this book and I bought this book blind without even seeing a flip to it. Sometimes you get rewarded for books that you don't see a flip to of, and sometimes, you get burned. So sometimes you take a chance with 50-50 with some of the books that didn't have a flip to. And I'm happy that this book will get a flip to. I think there's a lot of books that are grayscale that haven't even been seen, that are like underrated. Bloomin' Woman by Kimberly Hawthorne. Hi, May. We were talking about you earlier in the stream. All good things, I assure you. This is an old-fashioned pick. I've seen this pick somewhere. I've seen this kind of pick in a lot of things. So when I see this picture, I think of Molly Ringo for whatever reason. This book has a lot of pictures, and it was not badly priced at I think it was like $9 or less. Then they give you a color test page where you can color your mediums in. This is like the basic instructions. And she gives you like a list of things from the company that they do. So that is Bloomin' Woman. So maybe because hey Matt, hey Christine, we colored this with the Les Missions markers. Now some of you know I got this thing from my brother, these pens from my brother. This is if there was any other mandala than the first. That one's nice. I like that one. Looking for a simple one to do with the pens. Test out the pens. So now we're going to do something that I normally don't do without testing them first, I'm going to actually use these. These are called aqua pens. Now, some of you may not be familiar with these. I've been wanting to test these. So hold on. These are called aqua pens. I got these were a gift from my brother, so we're going to test these. They have a brush and a fine tip. This is the fine tip. And this is the brush tip. These are water brush pens. They're called graphic pens. So for those of us who were in here, we would do using lame shirt for the first part. So I guess we're going to do an aqua test. These are aqua pens, and they're made from a company called Mandals. Ooh, these are smooth. They come in different sets, so. So that's the orange, if you guys want to. And that is an orange. They are nice and juicy. Sometimes I test them on Copic paper because they didn't bleed through. Copic paper. Usually most things bleed through the Copic paper. So we're using a different thing now. I wasn't planning on doing this, but this is like a yellowish orange. This is a yellow as well. They have different sets, like they do for Copics in this. I'm not sure how many sets there are, but there are a few different sets. They have like ocean, and then I think they have one for floral, and then I think they have one for earth tones. So. Now this is also a good way to test your medium on something that's a little thicker. You see, they didn't even bleed through. So that's a good sign. It didn't even bleed through to the paper. I'm not sure because you're supposed to be water-based pens, but here, hold on, let me get the box, May, and let me read what the box says. They're called Marabou Aqua Pen Graphics. They're watercolor felt tip pen. They're brilliant colors thanks to high quality and low color water-based ink. Double tips for watercolor painting on watercolor paper. Apply the color, then use a wet brush to spread it. Do not dip the pen into water. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. Let's try that. Let's try that, actually. I didn't try that. Hold on, guys. Let me apply it. I have a baby wipe so we can wet the wet my brush. Half baby wipes. I learned this tip from, I forget who I was watching that day, but I was watching somebody, so we can play. Get it out baby wipes, and you'll understand why, because then I can control the water better. Here, I have a water brush. So, here you go. Take the water brush. Just going to put a little on here, and then we're going to see with our brush. So let's see how they move. Oh yeah, they move. You can move these like you move like an ink tent. So these are the marabous. You can put a little down and then it works like a water brush. I have baby wipes, so I'm going to put just a little bit. Then it'll move like a water brush. Okay. And then I saw this on the, forget who did this on their channel. They put water on the brush, the baby wipe. Then you can spread it like you would spread any other wet medium. But you notice I'm using the back page of the book rather than really. You know, there's some tricks you learn by watching others. I think it was the other diva who did this, and I saw her do this. I did once, and they thought I used the back page of the coloring book instead of the front page. I will never, ever use Tombows again. I don't like Tombows. Thanks, Robin. Sometimes you learn tips from other people. I would have never even thought to use a baby wipe until I saw Nisi do it. Right, Robin? You don't want to soak your brush too much. I'll have to remember that tip. So, I like the other brush better. It is buckling a little bit, but I just wanted to see if this was going to see, but once I put water, it started buckling the page a little bit, but that's okay. I wanted to see how these pens worked. I didn't think I was going to be using. Because then you can't control the water, May. I'm not like you. I'm not as fearless as you yet, May. I don't work really well with my water mediums as well as you do. Hold on. Because then you can't. I think they're afraid to ruin the paper, and then it. Now I'm using the back page. Here's what you do, Kim. You use a baby wipe if you're afraid to use the pen. That way you can. I saw this on Nisi's channel, aka Dollar Diva 99, and she did this with a baby wipe. Then you get a different palette. No, I don't have an aquarium near my desk. I wish I had an aquarium near my desk. I don't have an aquarium. So, let's try a different color. Let's try a darker color. I'm so glad I tried that method. I wouldn't have even thought about trying that method. I want to make this blue. I want to make these blue. So, I wouldn't have even thought about doing this until... No, you're probably hearing my mother put on some water for her coffee. You're probably hearing the downstairs sink. Oh, I need another brush instead for that. My mother's probably using the water for something downstairs. Hi, Logster. I think I need more pigment for that. Marabou Aqua Pens. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do the brush for this one. Yep, it's going to buckle. That's okay. Get a unique piece out of it. Marabou Aqua Pens is the name of it. That's when you put it on plain. I put some water on it. I think I'm going to get a new baby wipe. I don't have water here, so I wasn't prepared to do a wet medium today, but we improvise with what we have. Thank you. This is another mandala, but we're testing some. This is just to show the way you could use the aqua pens. I didn't even think about doing the aqua pens like this. This is what happens if you do it plain. This is what happens if you do it with if you spread the water out. It's a little bit messy, but just wanted to show you guys different ways you could use the mediums. So, yes, we're getting to learn to meet people too in here. Oh my goodness, 33 people. That's a lot of people. We've really been streaming that long? Sorry, I want to put more pigment down. We'll see what happens if we put more pigment down. The pens do dry fast. See, I'm not that good at my water mediums yet, guys, so. Really, I didn't know that, Morticia, so. You know, this is a new medium for me. I'll have to remember that. I don't know how to do that, Christine. I've never done that. Hold on. I gotta get the little pan. Then if I do that. Explain to me how I do that, Christine. See, everybody has a pan. So this is kind of like, I think, how you take the water off your brush. Oh, I see what you mean, Christine. Like that? Got some on my hand, but that's okay. We can always wash that off. See, I'm new to watercolors, so. See, Christine, thank you, Christine. I wouldn't have even thought of doing it like that. So sometimes how I do my, when I do the ink tints. See, you guys. I wouldn't have even thought of doing it like that. See, guys, thank you, guys. I would never have even thought about doing that. Because I don't have water up here, so I have to You guys, thank you guys so much for that. I wouldn't have never even thought about doing it like this. See, this is why we learn how we learn from each other, by doing new things. Use the pen on the tray. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I got this tray as part of a freebie. I had bought a case and it had come with this tray, so I got the tray as part of something else. I think just make me need a little bit more water. Problem is I need water here to make it more water soluble. See? Man, your happy mail was so awesome. That was so nice of Dev to send you that. see this as an experiment because, you know, we... Oops. So I guess I still have to learn a lot about these pens. I'll remember that, May. I wish I had some water somewhere in one of my thingies. Lots of brushes. So this is a new... Not all of us are proficient with our water medium, Miss May, yet. I'm not very proficient with my water medium. I like my brush. You can use them plain, I guess, like that. You can use the pens plain. Watercolor is kind of like a challenge for me, but I guess I'll be watching more of May's videos on how to use pens and things like this. You know what? They scare me too, but you know what? At least we tried to do new things. And you know what? Learning how to do new medium is how you learn mediums, actually. You know, I think if you try to learn to do new mediums, you actually get more proficient at older mediums that you've used. And you learn new ways to apply what you've learned. Sometimes it does. These do, unfortunately. But if you use a blotter page, it should be okay, Pamela. I always say to myself, no matter what, try something. You might learn how new ways to use stuff. These are very much water-based, guys. So, you know, May, it's like, you know, when I started using markers, I was scared of them. But then, you know, I started seeing Anne use them. And then I figured, you know what, if Anne's using them in her coloring books, I'll try using them in my coloring books. And you know what? It helped me tremendously get over the scare. The first time I used markers in my coloring books, I was scared. But then, you know what? I got over the fear, you know? You need... I like the little ghost. Where'd you get the little ghost, Morticia? You know, we all have things that scare us, but we have to, you know... I don't have distressings, but I know a lot of people really like them. So, you know, you can use these plain water. You could do this, what I did, but I'm not very good because I didn't have a water bottle. So Yeah, but we did that. But for those of you who came in late, we actually did this one. Hold on. We actually did. Looking for the one that we did. We did this one. Oh, I just went past it. We did this one with my Les Michel. Les Michel markers. So don't be scared to try new things. New things are fun to try and how to do them. I just wanted to try the new aqua pens so we could have some fun doing them. So guys, thank you for coming to my impromptu stream today. So I hope you all enjoyed this stream and have a wonderful evening, and hopefully we'll be streaming next weekend, this upcoming weekend or next weekend. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys very much.